still the champion. What a finish.
Hey there, fight fans, and welcome to the latest edition of Below the Belt Boxing. On tonight's card, Tyson Fury's boxing record. Will it stand the test of time, or is it as padded as the back fat he holds between fights?
AJ can't box. He's a big old wood on top like this here, looking for a big right hand and a left hook.
Tyson Fury burst onto the pro boxing scene back in 2008 with a gypsy haircut and a stiff jab against Hungarian fighter Bela Yongyosi, who Fury dismantled in the first round with a combo to the midsection. Fury would go on to fight Z-grade fighters for the next 6 months, fighting what seemed to be 3 bin men, 2 firefighters, and a guy they pull off the street at short notice. It would be a year into his career until he came up against his first tough opponent, John McDermott. Tyson would get the decision over 10 rounds to claim the English title, but cries would call for outrage as fans and critics weren't happy with the decision.
And like I say, if John McDermott wants it again, let's get it on again. I'll stop him next time.
Listen, I thought going into the last round, my corner told me, John, you're in front. You're at least 4 rounds in front. Keep on him.
It's a disgrace to British boxing what he done here tonight. And doing that, you know, people are like, why do I want to be in a business when you're getting robbed? Daylight robbery.
Tyson would fight twice more, making light work of more journeymen before getting back in the ring with John McDermott. This put the critics and McDermott in their place, dropping him 3 times in the space of 3 minutes in the 9th round.
Right hand from McDermott. A good one, a countering shot from Fury. And McDermott down for the second time. No, they're far happier man. But McDermott straight back into him, an uppercut. Right hand, down he goes. Had him over 4 times now. Fury 3 times.
Fury would have 3 more fights before fighting for the British and Commonwealth titles. In those 3 fights, he would match up against Zach Page, a fighter who was on a 5-fight losing streak and lost 10 of his last 12 fights. Now, halfway through his career, Fury would shape up with a fighter who has been around since boxing itself, Derek Chisora. Fury would not be content fighting Derek Chisora once, but go on to fight him 3 times, each beatdown more convincing than the last. Tyson would plow on to his 20th fight, fighting more journeymen and prize fighters, even picking up the vacant Irish heavyweight title against part-time boxer, full-time taxi driver Martin Rogan along the way. It would be in his 21st fight that Tyson would fight his smallest opponent, the American Steve Cunningham.
Shrink him down to 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", he's garbage.
Yeah, it's very important he controls it. Oh, there we go.
Cunningham would come up to the heavyweight from cruiserweight, and Tyson would outweigh Cunningham by nearly 50 pounds, and this would show in the devastating blow that would end the fight. Not long after, Fury would find himself back in the ring with Derek Chisora fighting for the European title, winning every round with ease. At the end of the 10th round, trainer Don Charles had seen enough and pulled the blooded mess Chisora out of the fight. At the end of the fight, Fury would shout out at the screens and call out the reigning champion, Vladimir Klitschko. Fury would have one last warm-up fight before fighting for the heavyweight title. The fight would see Fury stop European-level fighter Christian Hammer in a one-sided victory. As with the previous fight, the opponent's corner seeing enough and throwing in the towel. It would be in his 25th fight that would show Fury's most notable wins. Vladimir Klitschko was the reigning heavyweight champion of 10 years at the time and was 40 years of age. Fury was the underdog. However, he shocked the world by defeating Klitschko in a unanimous decision, becoming the new heavyweight champion of the world. Tough times would follow Tyson Fury ahead of this fight and would see him out of the ring for over 2.5 years, battling near life-ending addiction to alcohol, narcotics, and prescription drugs, along with a diet that would see Fury balloon to over 400 pounds. Fury's comeback would see him fight 2 European-level fighters before starting the trilogy with the God-given punching power Deontay Wilder. In the first of the 3 meetings, it would be called a draw. Widespread boos would be called out and the Fury was robbed movement would start. Fury would go on to fight, unknown to most, Tom Schwartz in a routine victory. 3 months later, Tyson would go in with the 6'5" Swede Otto Wallin, where Tyson would receive the worst injury of his career, a large cut above Fury's right eye. This would impair his vision, but not enough to lose the fight. Tyson would grind out the 12 rounds for the win. In Tyson Fury's 30th and 31st fights, he would make light work of the WBC champion Deontay Wilder, fighting him for the second and third time, knocking him out in both fights. 6 months later, Fury would defend his title against Dillian Whyte. Fury's latest defense of the title was not against the #1 contender, but an old face he has beaten long before. Derek Chisora would step in for the third time, and for the third time, Fury would win. Of Tyson's 33 fights, 3% of them have been to either Chisora or Wilder. The question needs to be asked, when will he fight fellow Brit Anthony Joshua or attempt to unify the division and fight Alexander Usyk? We pay homage to all of the boxers on this channel. If Fury decided to hang up the gloves tomorrow, do you think he would have done enough to be entered into the Boxing Hall of Fame? Or will he be happy with the money he made and the spectacle he put on for over a decade? If you've not done so already, give the like button a stiff jab, and if you're a genuine old-school boxing fan, consider subscribing. Thank you for tuning in to Below the Belt Boxing, YouTube's newest boxing channel on the rise.